Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, we got 3. Three down.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Ready? 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Ready? Red Delta! 49. Let's go.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
0.
Star Latulele in on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go. Keep it skinny. 80 hot. 80 hot.
On 3rd down, Rivers going underneath for Gordon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. Got some room at the 30. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
First down, Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Set. We're okay. We're okay. 4 down. Check. Come on, guys. Set. 180.
Throwing Rivers. Caught left side, Williams. Touchdown, L.A. Tyrell Williams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, Allen. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, now let's go.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And again, it's Allen. flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Hey! Hey, I need one over here. Red. Q. 49.
He'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Rivers now on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Gordon. Fights through and now a crease. There goes Melvin Gordon. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Allen will try again on 2nd down. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Detroit!
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete to Foster. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offensive coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
No, check, Patriot!
Now a first carry for their fullback. And now running right through it. And down Inside the 15 he goes. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll pitch it out to McCoy. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Watch that in. Tight end's right.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this.
Detroit!
And now they'll throw with Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he is all the way up past the 25. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Rocket!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Back! Delta! Hey, left! Set! 380! 0! Motion! Keep it skinny!
Now Rivers. Steps away to his left. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. Now the Bills will take another timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's Donnie Jones now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Bills getting set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Gun! Hey, boys, we got 4. Here we go now. 319! 319!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Foster. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Allen throwing on second down. Flushed out right. Throw left side complete. It's Foster. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Allen now on first down. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we have an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Detroit!
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he gets this out to Foster on the right side. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Detroit!
This gives to McCoy. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Watch you now, Barney!
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Watch you now, Barney!
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to bury him for a loss of 11. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third and long, it's Allen. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Operating from the red zone now. Allen escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Quan Alexander leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Detroit!
Here's Allen to throw it. Forced out to his left. And out of bounds right around the 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets him 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Keep it skinny. 12, 12, 12. Alpha!
2nd down, Rivers. He's got it to Williams. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check, check. Presto, presto, presto. Liner. Done. That 180. Quit talking about it.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for L.A. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. On 1st and 10, Allen. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McKenzie, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Allen to throw once more. He finds McCoy. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Leopard!
The first carry for the rookie, it's Jordan Wilkins. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jordan Wilkins with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills draw a bit closer. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense making their way back out there. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Throwing Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Yo, Rocky. Motion. Wait. 49 the mic. Watch 49. 0. Hey, hut.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Rivers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
380. Delta. Load it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jerry Hughes in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Ready, set, 180.
Rivers. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
White.
Desperation time. Rivers on fourth down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. He will push his way down to about the 14th. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He's back to throw. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Rivers to Benjamin, good for the Charger first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Gordon. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Bills will take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Red. 52. 52's the mic. I got it. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Hey, Delta. Hey, tight. Tight dog. 52's the mic. 89.
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, Do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They didn't. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. The sneak good for 2, but it's still going to set up a third down.
Hey, give them credit. That's a good, solid game there on the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.